I'm Pam Seatle in Brampton. We are continuing our investigation into problems at Ontario's DriveTest centres. City News has received numerous complaints about enormous wait times of 4 and 5 hours simply to take the written test, and a computer system that continually crashes so that you can't book a road test. Well, today we hear from a former employee and the union that represents the workers here and get their perspective on why this is happening.
Today was bad. I came in at 8:10. I was in the line, and the line was behind the building, and I went in there and I was waiting, and now I get out after doing my written test renewal.
So that's five hours?
Yes.
This is footage sent to us recently by a driver instructor that shows just how long the lineups can be. Insiders say there are multiple problems causing the delays.
From what I'm being told, the computer systems are worse. They're crashing now more than ever.
This woman on the phone doesn't want to be identified. She worked for Serco Canada, the company that has been contracted by Ontario's Ministry of Transportation to run the DriveTest centres for 4 years. She keeps in touch with current employees. She says the problem is a glitchy computer system, too few supervisors, a lack of adequate equipment and training.
Those people would come into the center for a day or 2 days and train 2 people on these systems, and then those 2 people in our respective centers were responsible for training the rest of us. So people who basically had 2 days, practical training were then responsible for training all of us, and that's not necessarily their expertise is in training, and also with troubleshooting problems.
Kevin Stewart works for the United Steelworkers Union, which represents the DriveTest workers. He says staff is as frustrated as the public, especially now that Serco has begun to lay off and reduce hours.
I'm confused, just like you are, in terms of why I'm getting layoff notices now and why I'm getting reports that hours being reduced. It makes no sense. If there is an acknowledgement that the wait times are above and beyond, it should be all hands on deck.
Yeah.
Reducing hours and laying off people is the wrong thing to do.
Everyone seems to agree the MTO needs to intervene and deal with these issues. Even the Transportation Minister, Stephen Del Duca, says the status quo is unacceptable.
For me to hear, as I have now repeatedly, that the level of performance isn't what I believe it should be troubles me. I think there is a problem. I think we have to take a look at it, and I've asked the ministry to do some additional work on this and let me know not only what the problems are, but how we can work together to solving them.
Because it's not exactly a new problem either, Minister.
No,
I've heard about this at least a year ago.
Yeah, it's true. I've heard as well. And so I can understand that there's impatience out there and frustration, so I'm determined to get to the bottom of it.
Included in Serco's contract is an obligation to meet mandated service times. If it doesn't, the company can be fined. The minister couldn't say how much Serco has had to pay out, but says he'll find that out too. Minister Del Duca says he has requested this information urgently and says he hopes to have some answers in days or perhaps weeks. In Brampton, I'm Pam Seatle, City News.